It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
Slide eight. It's outfield.
Hey, easy.
Hey, it's out.
53. Hey, easy. 26.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And down he'll go at the 25.
Yeah. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch it.
You kill. 28. Here we go.
49. Let's get this ball.
Breeze going to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ready. 5-9.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Watch twist.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
You kill.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. Nice play. At the 31-yard line.
Pull it high. Hey, easy.
Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Under 10. 10. Over.
Check 52.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Play.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And an alley to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
48 Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Third and long, it's Wilson. And he locates Luke Wilson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
You ready? Mike 48.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
49,
Now Breeze. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable for Lockett. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Spot that. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 47's the mic, boy. 47. That's right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson operating from the gun, being chased out left. He may try and run for this. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He's at the 30, 10. again. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they go on 4th down. Turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Tempo.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not only was that a nice run, it's got to be a little bit of a confidence booster as they head towards the end of the first half.
Penny, a 1st down carry. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wilson forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Breeze now on first down. Going for it all. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Check.
On second down now. It's Carson, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
19.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
I can't believe they even let you kill.
Again, it's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On play action, now Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Let's get this all day.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Wilson dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because...
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Michael Kendricks. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Breeze now to throw. This is caught by Ginn. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Easy. 54.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Lockett. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
You're good. Right forward, ready.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Brad McDougald. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
To throw is Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, it's Carson. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Jim. Switch. Hey.
Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch switch. Watch run.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Mike 55.
Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Come on.
Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And Thomas has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Bridgewater. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Bridgewater. Again has it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater gets it to Gordon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and goal.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 2nd and goal, Breeze, and it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Set. Check, you kill.
Breeze to throw again. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Slam. Look.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. He's going to rifle one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Well, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Bridgewater forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he finds Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Breeze toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Wilson wants to throw it. Dancing to his, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial.